Hey, beautiful people. Hope you all are doing very well today. Welcome back to the Young and Independent Show, where we discuss a variety of topics to help young folks live lives that are spiritually fulfilled, lives that are value added, lives that are less materialistic, and lives that are financially independent. I'm your host, Sil, and today I want to bring to you my third $1 million business idea. What do I mean by $1 million business idea? I mean that if you double down on these ideas and you think without the box, not outside the box, without the box, there is a possibility that Africa being a developing country and having the first mover advantage, you have a chance to grow the business and spread your wings across or beyond the borders of your individual country. I'm not Cameroon specific alone. I'm talking about most Africans, okay? So, the idea I'm going to be talking about today is one that I have actually thought. Anyway, all these ideas that I share with you are ideas that I would execute, so I'm not just giving you ideas that I feel are not within reach or far-fetched. No, that's not true. I'm giving you ideas that I would execute if I were in Africa. So recently we have been trying to get chicken to cook meals for students in a canteen. And we've just found out that chicken is really scarce. Like, strangely but true, chicken is very scarce. What had happened was, in my search to get chicken, or regular supply of chicken, or a weekly supply of chicken, I ended up finding out that chicken, for those of you who are in Cameroon, in Bamenda, I don't know, this can be country specific. You can, put yourself in your country's context, because I realized today that people from Kenya are listening to me, okay? I got a message, and I'm going to reply to her later, but I got a message from a lady who is Kenyan. And so this can be, you can think about it in your own country, and try to to relate and try to relate. That's the word I'm looking for, I suppose. So while searching for chicken, I realized that chicken was cheaper in Bamenda than it was in Douala. Douala is the economic capital. For someone in Kenya, I'd imagine that chicken will be cheaper in what's the capital of Kenya? I'm so terrible with geography. Oh my God. How can I not know the capital of Kenya? Please don't laugh. Nairobi. Goodness, how can Nairobi escape my mind? Nairobi. So there'll be high consumption of chicken in Nairobi, 100%. And the chicken that you would buy from, I don't know, a Kenyan village or a city that is much further will be cheaper than what will be sold in Nairobi, the price in Nairobi, for many reasons. We all know that life in the city is much more expensive than life in rural areas. So what I recommend for this business is to go to rural areas. So just do some type of survey, okay? If you want to supply to restaurants, you want to supply to schools, you want to supply to people who run catering services, my recommendation is for you to take the uncomfortable action. Go to these people, restaurants and all, ask them where they source their chicken from. Just ask in a really nice way, like you can go there and maybe sacrifice to eat there. That would not be a bad idea at all. I would imagine that if someone walked into my restaurant, and I don't know if you guys knew that, but I had a restaurant before and I used to source chicken. In fact, the guy used to clean it, cut it for me, and just bring. Sometimes I'll tell him, don't cut it, because I want to cut my chicken into 4. But I thought the chicken was too tiny anyway for the price I was paying. Anyway, and that was because I was sourcing locally. Anyway, so you can walk into a restaurant and just have a seat, buy a drink, or order some food. Maybe you can order chicken since you want to talk about chicken. So in order to break the ice and not to make the conversation look weird, you can say, hey, this chicken is really tasty, very well done. Where do you guys source your chicken from? That kind of a conversation. If you walked into my restaurant and asked me and you're eating my fried rice and chicken, which was the star meal of my restaurant, everyone who came there first wanted the fried rice and the chicken. So if you're eating my fried rice and chicken and you're asking me where'd you get your chicken from, I would be more than happy to engage with you, because one, you're a client, and two, you're eating my chicken at the time you're asking me this question. So I would want to, me who is very chatty, I would want to tell you all about it, the entire process. Oh, I talked to this guy who works at abattoir. He brought the chicken for me. He cleaned it and cut it. This is how I do. I cut the chicken. This is how much it is sold for. This is the quantity of oil that I spent to fry the chicken. That's me being chatty, and that's the case with most restaurateurs, because they want to be able to engage with their clients. They want to be able to make their clients feel comfortable at home. That's what makes you stand out when it comes to restaurant customer service. And if you're polite to your clients and your clients feel that they can have a fluent conversation with you, they'll always come back. That's the experience I had when I had a restaurant anyway. So you can have that conversation, and during that time, your brain, which is your most profitable asset, which is your business, which is why I always say mind your business, your brain will be registering all this information at this time. And as soon as you get out, if you have a book, please write it down so that you do not forget, and then you can repeat the process. Okay, now you already have the information. This is called market research. Market research, that's what it's called in marketing. Once you have that data, it sounds a bit complicated, but it's not. Once you have that data, you will go and you will make your inquiries and travel to a far off place like Bamenda for the case of Cameroon. I don't know, there are many other places, Beitoa, Idinao, many other places that are further away where people raise birds which are much cheaper. So currently I'm trying to get birds from Bamenda, and I was thinking of storing them. So when I talked to my mom, she told me that there were birds that she had been told that there was someone who had a poultry, and this person had was packaging the birds or the chickens in different, also they were chopping the chickens in different parts, just the way we see abroad in the UK. In the UK, if you want just chicken wings, you can get them. If you want just chicken thighs, you can get them. If you want just chicken breast, you can get that. If you want just the neck, you can get that. If you want just the gizzard, you can get that. Absolutely. So the business idea that I'm sharing with you today is to be able to go and buy chicken, enter into some type of negotiation with someone who has got a poultry in a far off place, buy the chicken from them, bring it back, cut them into different body parts, package them, brand them, get a freezer and put them inside and sell them at city prices. Okay, for the case of someone in Cameroon, if you want to supply to us, for example, every week, we will tell you that we need 10 chickens or 20 or 30. You have already bought your chickens. You have them cleaned, frozen, in different parts. And you just say, okay, for the wings, I'm selling 10 wings for 2,500. So recently my mother bought one chicken for 3,000 CFA, was 1.8 kilograms, and I found chicken in Bamenda for between 2.4 kilograms for 2,500 and 2.8 kilograms for 3,000. Which one is cheaper? So Douala is 1 kilo less. Yeah, 1 kilo less at 3,000. And you're going to buy 1 kilo more from Bamenda at 2,500. It's true that there's a transportation cost, but if you're buying in bulk, you only transport once. Get it? You're not charged transportation for the quantity. You're charged transportation for the movement, point A to point B. The bus is going to move anyway. The vehicle is going to move anyway. So think about it. That's $1 million business idea. Once you start branding and start distributing and people start knowing that that's what you do, guess what? You can literally open what we call in French quincaillerie. You can have a cold store where people actually start looking for you. People start referring you to people who have poultries, and they start entering or brokering deals with you so that you can be an off-taker of their chickens. What does that mean? What that means is that they raise the birds, they nurture them right up to the weight that you want, and they know that come rain, come shine, you are going to buy it from them. Because let me tell you a secret. Some people know how to farm corn, but they don't know how to market it. They don't know how to sell it. Some people know how to sell corn, but they don't know how to plant it. They don't know how to harvest it. So you want to be the person who knows how to sell it. So you go to those who are cultivating, who love to cultivate, who love to raise, who love to plant, who love to farm, and you take it from them, take that trouble away from them, of them thinking, oh, how do I sell this, my birds? Oh my God, this my chickens are already ready. They're here. They're eating my feed. They're costing me a lot. If they know that they will, for sure, you will come and get 100 chickens every single month. They will be very excited to serve you, and they'll be looking forward to serving you. And what do? All you need to do is to make sure that you brand yourself very well. You go around in the rain and in the sun. That's how people build wealth, guys. You have to grind. There's always a time when you have to grind. You have to jump on motorbikes. You have to jump off motorbikes. You have to ride bicycles if you must. I remember my dad used to ride a motorbike, and at the time he was dying, he had a fleet of vehicles. Okay. So there's a time to, like the book of Ecclesiastes says, there's a time to laugh and a time to cry, a time to work and a time to play. Now is the time to work. So you go, and once you have the chicken, once you've taken the action, the uncomfortable action, and you've bought the chicken, you can start small. You can start as small as you can. You can get into a partnership with friends, But what is sure is that chicken is always on demand. And chicken will always sell if it's frozen. Always, always, always. And guess what? Cherry on the cake, December is coming. I read a report that we import chicken in Africa. A lot of it from China. What the heck? Why can't we produce enough demand to supply enough supply to cover the demand in Africa? Why do we have to go and get chicken all the way from China? Are you kidding me? I didn't know enough people to raise chickens in Africa, or in Cameroon, or in Nigeria, or in Kenya, or in Malawi, Zimbabwe. Are you kidding me? So that's what I wanted to, that's the business idea I wanted to share with you all today. I think, and December is coming, instead of us importing from China, I think that you should start targeting that market, and there are always going to be people who will eat chicken. Parties are never short in supply. In Africa, we love our parties and we eat a lot of chicken. So you can position yourself in that market where you take from those who are producing and who do not know anything about marketing, social media, branding, and all that. And all you need to do is put them in packages nicely, throw them into a deep freezer, separate them into sections with plywood or something, and have them there. And if you want to be sophisticated, you can just hire one salesperson and put them there. But for starters, I would not recommend it. I would say you do the entire work. That's if you don't have a job. If you have a job and you want to create this, you want to do this as a side hustle, or you want to create a side income, this will also be perfect for you. So you're working and you're investing your money into it, and that money is producing more money, and you take the money and reinvest into it, and then save some to put into the next business idea, which I'm going to share with you all on Friday. Thank you so much for listening, and until next time, I want you to take care. I want you to try it out, talk to a friend about it, share this with a friend who is jobless, who is looking for work, who is broke, who thinks that Africa is a cursed land. Share this podcast with them and bless their life. And if you're not already following us on all our social media platforms, what are you waiting for? Like, seriously, what are you waiting for? All right, guys. Thank you. Bye-bye.